One of the biggest lies that I used to tell myself as a kid was that life gets better as you get older. So whenever I'll be going through something, I'll be like, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to become an adult. Life is going to make sense. I'll have money. I'll buy the things that I want. Now my parents are not giving me money. Fine. I will get older and have a job and, make money. I'll be able to buy the things that I want. I'll be able to go to places that I've always wanted to go to. I will have all kinds of fun when I get older, Like life actually gets better as you get older. And I think that's what a lot of kids tell themselves. Like, life might suck now, but, things are going to get better. And we've been programmed to think that way. We don't even get to live in the moment because we've been programmed to always look forward to something, right? As kids, we're supposed to prepare for the future, right? Your teachers will tell you that, laugh now, cry later, cry now, laugh later. If you are not disciplined now, if you decide that, I'm not going to have fun, I'm not going to enjoy life, I'm just going to do what my teachers say that I must do, I'm just going to do what my parents are saying that I must do, my life is going to be better. And unfortunately, a lot of kids believe that, Unfortunately, most of us when we were kids, we believe that. Like, let me work hard now, let me work hard. I can have fun now, but let me choose not to have fun. Let me work hard. Let me work hard so that things will be better for me in the future. But we all have learned the hard way. And actually, things don't get better. Like, the time that you actually could have enjoyed life was when you were young. And it sucks that when we were young, we were forced to do things that we didn't really want to do, right? You see, when you're still young, you have great intuition. Like, you can see if something is wrong, right? When they send you to school, you can sense it. Like, but that's why should I be put in a classroom and listen to some guy teaching me something that I'm not even interested in, and I have to be in a classroom maybe for 3 hours in the morning, right? And then there will be recess. That's when I'll be allowed to eat, or that's when I'll be allowed to go to the toilet. And if I ever feel like going to the toilet when I'm in a classroom, I must ask for permission. Like, we do feel that something is not right, even though our parents are, telling us that no, school is good. You must get good education. That's when you're gonna make it. That's when you're gonna become intelligent. But you feel that something is not right. You wanna have fun. You wanna do what you want to do. You wanna do things that you're actually excited about. But what sucks is that when having fun matters the most, we don't get to have fun. So we get older thinking that things are going to become better. You reach the age of 20 and you start to miss your childhood. You're like, damn, man, those were the best times. This reminds me of this video that I came across like last week. I think it's a clip taken from a movie. I just forgot the name of the movie. But the guy was saying, I wish we were able to realize the good old days when we are still in the good old days. Like, you mustn't look back and feel like crying. You're like, yo, those were the best times, I was looking forward to the future, thinking that things were going to become better. Like you watch, you take out your old pictures and you feel like crying. Like those were the best times, You look at yourself, you're like, damn, look at that smile. Like I had no problems, But I was still looking forward to the future. I still felt like things were going to become better. But because, you see, one of the worst things about this world is that we are not supposed to do things that serve us. Like, like we've been captured by the system and we're doing things that the system wants us to do, right? Like we're being controlled by this self-serving system. So we don't get to do things that save us best. So by the time you're 20, you're tired because you've been a slave your whole life. You haven't been doing the things that you actually want to do, right? You were busy feeding this beast. You were busy feeding, this self-serving system. And because when we become adults, the focus is not to have fun. The focus is to take care of our family, right? The focus is to work. You must work. You must become a productive member of society. We don't know how to have fun. See, when we were kids, you see those kids, they're focusing on having fun, right? There are no adults here. There are no adults that are actually having fun. Adults are at work. Adults have problems that they're stressing about. Adults be taking care of kids. Adults be the ones that be ruining the fun, actually. Like kids would want to have fun and adults would be ruining it. We don't know how to have fun. You wake up in the morning, you're like, damn, what can I do for fun? It is nothing. Like, you know what? Let me just watch videos on YouTube. You know what? Let me just take a long walk. You know what? Let me sleep. You know what? Let me go to work. I know I don't love my job, but yeah, what can I do? So, because of that, life doesn't become better. It actually becomes worse. Sometimes when I look at my old pictures of when I was still a kid, I genuinely feel like crying, man. Look at myself and I'll be smiling, and I would even remember how I felt like when I took the pic. I'll be like, I was so full of life, There was this part of me that was excited about. I mean, I did have a feeling that something was wrong with this place, but still, there was still this part of me that was also excited about life. Like, damn, bro, like this is an adventure, I'm gonna learn a lot of things. I'm gonna grow, I'm gonna go through different stages in life. I'm gonna hit puberty. I'm gonna go to high school. I'm gonna go to college. I'm gonna find the love of my life. I'm gonna get married. At the time, I still wanted to have kids. Yeah, we're gonna have kids. I'm gonna buy my favorite car. Like you excited, but as you get older, you start to feel like they've lied to you. Like adults actually lie to you about life. Like how many people over the age of 30 are actually happy? Like they're not just trying to cope. See, there's a difference between coping and actually being happy, right? Like most people are just coping. Like they're not actually enjoying life. Have you met a person who's actually enjoying life and you're like, damn, this person is really, and I'm not talking about people who have things and they're bragging about the things that they have. Hey, I have 30 cars, I have a yard. You know, I live in this big ass house. You know, I got beaches, I got this and that. Usually, people who brag a lot about the things that they have, they're not happy. People who are truly, like, the thing is, if you were truly happy, you wouldn't even want to prove to anyone that you're happy. Like, there wouldn't be a part of you that wants attention. Like, you'll be fulfilled. You wouldn't even be buying different cars. Like, okay, now I bought the new BMW, I need to buy another. That's a sign that you're not happy. It's like if someone was addicted to drugs and they had access to these drugs and you who felt like they were happy. Like, they're not. They're trying to escape boredom. They're trying to escape reality. So they have to keep on getting high, you see? So you keep on buying new cars because you're not happy. You get bored easily. Like, yeah, I have this car, but now everyone knows I have this car. You know, I've felt the way that I've always felt. So I must buy a new car, and you buy a new car, and then you feel high a little. But then, boom, you start to feel the same again, and then you buy. You know what I mean? That's a sign that people are not happy. So when was the last time that you actually met a person who was genuinely happy, who's over the age of 30? Yes, kids. Yeah, you know, I've seen happiness in kids. You know, I've worked as a teacher. Kids that were happy, you could tell that this kid is not faking. This kid is really happy. But I don't remember the last time I met an adult who's actually happy. Like, some people might say, no, there are people who are happy, but I mean, yeah, some people are okay, you know, and they might confuse that with happiness. Like, yeah, you have a nice job. You are dating a person who's not giving you problems. You know, you can manage. You're able to manage your life very well. So you're okay. But you find that the happiness that you used to feel when you were a kid, you don't feel it anymore. It's not you. You might not get bored a lot, but still, you're not happy. Like, it's like happiness is the rarest thing in our society today. Like, even the people who are dumb, because yeah, if you're dumb, it's much easier to find happiness than if you are really smart. Because if you're really smart, you are able to see a lot of things and understand a lot of things. Right? If you are dumb, you just look at the world. It's like you're high or something, like you're drunk. You're not processing everything. So yeah. You can tell that people are not happy. No, Instagram baddies posting half-naked pictures. Attention. They want attention. Why do they want attention? Because they're not happy. Do you think that if you're dating a woman and she loves you, she's completely satisfied with, do you think that she would want attention from other people? She doesn't care. She's good. She's happy with you. Like, she doesn't even feel like proving to anyone that she's happy. I remember this dude. His girlfriend posted him on WhatsApp, and he was happy, right? So he tells me, yeah, you know, she posted me on WhatsApp. I think this girl, I was like, she didn't post you for you, nigga. She posted you because maybe she's trying to make someone jealous. Like, she's unhappy and she wants attention. She wants to prove to people that your relationship is working, whatever. So she wants some validation. That's it. That's the only reason. Like, why did she even post you? Like, how is she when you are together? Like, do you feel that she's genuinely happy when you're together? That she seemed to really enjoy herself? This reminds me of this guy that was complaining about this girl that he took on a date. So they are on a date together. He bought food. She started taking pictures of the food. It started posting and focusing on her phone while they were talking. And you could see that she only wanted to go out with him so that she can, you know, he can buy food. She can get free food. Like, that's it. It was about, like, she's not interested in him. People are not happy, man. People are not satisfied. People are not satisfied in their relationships. People are not satisfied where they work. They're not satisfied with what they have. Like we're all looking for something, and it's fucked up that we were never really meant to be satisfied, right? It actually sucks. Like you can't just make yourself happy and make yourself feel satisfied with what you have. Doesn't that suck? Like you can't just produce a chemical in your brain that actually makes you feel happy. You're like, you know what? I'm tired of being sad. I want to feel happy now. And then you feel happy. It doesn't work that way. Things have to happen. And that will tell you something about this realm. Like when we tell people that this is a hell realm, like, nah, you just, like, nah, man, it's not supposed to be like that. In an ideal world, it's not supposed to be like that. Like people, sometimes they're sad and they don't know how to feel better, that sometimes they are lonely, they want attention, and you see how disconnected we are. Like we live in a world where there's many people, but everyone feels alone, everyone feels isolated. You don't know what's going on in other people's minds, you don't know who to trust. There is a lot going on in this realm, and we're all looking for something. It gets to a point where we fight for the things that we want because we want to feel happy. Like what people are chasing, whether you realize this or not, what everyone is chasing is happiness. It's just that sometimes people reach a point in their lives where they're like, you know what, I don't think happiness is possible for me. So I would just I'll just try to find different ways to cope. That's it. Like I don't know if I can actually be happy. I don't know if I can actually enjoy this the way that I want, or the way that I want to. Between when I was like between the age of like 1 and 5, I think I'll be excited about a lot of things, man. If my mom goes to town and she comes back, I will be happy. I will be crying when I see her. Woo. I will be so happy. Run towards her. That was happiness, bruh. I saw my mom on Friday. I had not seen her since my father passed away. Last time I saw her was 31st of September, after the funeral. I went back home and came this side. So yeah, on Friday she came this side. I'm happy to see her, but I don't feel the way that I felt. Like, when I first went to college, I had to stay this side for how many months? Maybe 6 months. When I went back, I'll be very happy to see her, right? I love my mom. I love her. Nothing changed. But that excitement isn't there anymore. It's like something in me died. Oh, it's not dead completely, but it's dying, You no longer have zeal for anything. You're no longer excited about anything. Like nothing really means much anymore. It sucks. Between the ages of like 6 and 10, yeah, I was excited about a lot of things, even though I didn't like going to school. But there will be things that I'll be excited about at school. I hated school. Since I was a kid, I hated school. I hated sitting in one place. I was very mischievous. Like as a kid, I didn't listen. I always focused on having fun. So yeah, in primary school, I kind of enjoyed my life, even though you get bullied. You don't have a brother. It's just you. It was unfortunate for me because, like in a village, a lot of people are related, right? Like they have relatives. I didn't have relatives. And I was the oldest. I was the firstborn. So I don't have anyone to protect me. I don't have relatives. It's just me. You find that the other kids have brothers, they have cousins, they stay there. So if they have a problem, they know who to call. You find that they have a cousin that everyone is afraid of. You know what I mean? Like everyone had everyone. I was like the only one who was alone. So I had to, deal with bullying. But still, there was still that excitement, you know. So you'd suffer at school, but you go back home and there will still be that excited. You'll be excited about meeting some people. You'll be excited about having a dog. You'll be excited about, new movie that's coming out. You'll be excited about what your father is buying, like maybe like the food. Your father comes back with the newspaper. You wanna read the newspaper. Your dad comes back with the magazine. You wanna see, like, you're excited about things. Having conversations with your parents. You know what I mean? But that's gone. Now you don't feel nothing. I'd say let me see, when was the time that I actually stopped experiencing real happiness? Maybe when I hit the age of 13. Maybe when I went to high school. I think that's the time when things started to change, and I no longer had the like, I'll still feel happy, but it's not the way that I would experience happiness, right? So yeah, I would find myself feeling sad more and more, like there's no excitement anymore, there's fear now, there's anxiety now. Like when I hit puberty, now I'm judging myself, right? Do girls like me? Now I'm, you know what I mean? Like I'm looking at different things now. Now I want attention because I'm not really happy, right? So now I'm seeking validation. I'm seeking outside validation now. Because when I was a kid, I didn't really care if people judged me, and like it didn't really matter that much. I was able to make myself happy without really having to do much. I would play with toys for hours until my parents would be like, hey, you gotta go to sleep. Because I'll be loud, playing alone, living in my own head and being genuinely happy. You know what I mean? But I can't do that shit anymore. So yeah, when I hit the age of 13, yeah, I guess that's when the level of happiness that I was able to experience started to deteriorate, and it went downhill from there. This reminds me of Jake Hollow. And he goes like, what does he say? It's like, I've been happy since 13. But it's just that I forgot the name of the song, but I must find it. But yeah, I think when, like, a lot of people stop experiencing true happiness when they hit puberty. And when they went to high school. Like, that's when you start to see the world for what it is. That's when you start to compete with other people. That's when you are actually able to feel it. That's when we started judging one another. Is this person attractive? Is this person good enough for me? You like when you're a kid, like we didn't judge each other a lot as kids. We didn't really judge each other a lot. But when you hit puberty, like, yeah, that's when people start judging you. This one is short. Like, you didn't even like, if you were short, it didn't matter if you were short before you hit puberty. You are doing things that you don't want. Now they're giving you a lot of work at school. On top of that, you're dealing with puberty, you're dealing with judgment from everyone else. Like, you're trying to figure this life shit out. And yeah, you find that you're not really coping. No one prepared you for what was next. People just made you believe that life was gonna get better. And it's normal to think that way. Like, when you're a kid, you're like, yeah, I'm happy now, but I'm gonna be happier when I get older, because I'll become big, I'll become more creative, I'm gonna have access to a lot of things that I want, but it doesn't happen that way. Like, you become disappointed when you get older. You're like, damn, is this what this adult thing is about now? You hit the age of 30, you don't know what you can do for fun. When you hit the age of 20, you're still hopefully like, you know what, yeah, maybe my teenage life sucked, but I'm gonna work hard, try to have the things that I want. That's when I'll be happy, right? You're gonna believe that. Actually, it's a lie that you'll tell yourself and that you'll believe. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna work hard, become successful. That's when I'll be happy. Unfortunately, not everyone gets to succeed. But even if you do succeed, You end up realizing that nothing really changed. It was a scam. They lied to you. And then people start telling themselves that, happiness is within, you gotta stop looking for outside validation, blah, blah. And it's true that happiness is within, because when you were a kid, you were happy and you didn't really have much. But what if you can't experience happiness anymore? What if you've been through so much that you can't experience happiness anymore? You find that the real problem isn't that happiness is within. The real problem is that there's no happiness anymore. There's a part of you that died because of the experiences that you had. Or it just doesn't get better. Maybe we're supposed to be excited when we are little so that we will do what they say we must do. But it was never about us experiencing happiness. So when you come into this world, you're still a kid. Maybe you should be happy so that you'll do the things that they say you must do, But as you get older, now you are used to doing these things. Now doing these things feel normal to you. You don't experience happiness anymore, but you still do these things that they say that you must do. And you're like, you know what? Maybe I will experience happiness again. I think you can have it all and still not be happy. Right? We tell ourselves that, yeah, if we had this, we had that, we'll be happy. Like, nah. You can have the girl of your dream and still not be happy. Guys telling me that, yeah, I'm lonely. You can find a person who loves you and still not be happy. But be able to cope. That's what people are chasing now. Like, they're trying to cope. They're chasing for cope. Different, they use different things as cope. It sucks that we don't do things that excite us anymore. We just do things that will keep us distracted, or things that we have to do. Because if we don't do these things, then that means we going to suffer more. You can have that car that you've always wanted and still not be happy. You can become famous. You'd look at celebrities like, if I was famous, I'll be happy. You become famous, you get used to being famous. I mean, yeah, you'd look at your life and be like, yeah, compared to that person, I'm doing good. And you'd find that what makes you feel good, or not even, okay, let me say, what makes you feel good is the fact that you're doing better than other people, than what you have, right? And that's one of the reasons why people like to post online when they achieve something, for an example. Is that now what makes them feel good is other people thinking they're doing better than them. Like, look at me, I just bought a car. You find that, a person is, they don't feel anything really as they bought a car. Like, what they want is validation now. They're like, yeah, well, I did buy this car that I wanted, but it's not like I'm feeling anything. So let me post it so that people will like the picture, people will share the picture, people will say congratulations. My ex will look at me and regret leaving me. Like, we've been through a lot that now we do things for validation. That's why I tell you that like, if a girl posts you, you shouldn't be too happy. Like, my girlfriend posted me. Like, she's been through a lot in her own life. There are people who left her. There are people who, even as guys, we've been through a lot. There are people who broke our hearts. So yeah, we might post the picture because we want that person to see that picture and be like, yeah, this one is in a happy relationship. But you find that person is not happy. It's just so that they will feel some validation, I guess. They'll feel like someone validated their, they'll feel validated. Like, okay, my ex at least watched this. Watched my status, and they They know that I'm in a relationship. They probably felt jealous. If that was the only reason. You weren't posted because person is genuinely happy with you and they're so happy with you that they just want to post you and they're so proud of you. Find that that's not the reason. That shows you that people are not happy, but they want it to seem like they are happy. Like where I said generation with happy pictures, and we focus on trying to make our lives seem better than they actually are, than our lives actually being better. Because life actually sucks for most people. So they're like, okay, it sucks, but I can make it look like my life doesn't suck so that other people will look at me and be like, yeah, that one must be doing it right. Like a lot of people are faking, bruh. You know, one of the things that you must appreciate about this channel is that there's so much honesty, you know? Like I don't want to fake anything. I want to be real. I want to be honest. I want to connect with you in a real way. I want to have real, honest conversations, right? There's something beautiful about that. You know, there's something beautiful about having conversations about what is actually going on, what we're actually seeing when we look at the world that we found ourselves in. Than to pretend. Because how long are we going to pretend? I guess some people have been pretending for so damn long that they're starting to believe that they're not pretending. They're starting to believe that they are actually being themselves. See those kids. You can see they're focusing on having fun. The youngest kid there, you can see the youngest kid, that kid is happy without really doing much. But as we get older, we start to want a lot of things because we weren't focusing on having fun. Like one of the biggest questions that we need to ask ourselves is, what is the point of life, really? Is it to come here and work a job that you hate, be in unfulfilling relationships, be treated like shit, feel alone, be lonely, and then die? Like, what really is the point of life? Is it to learn something? You know, people be telling themselves, we're here to learn, because they realize that there's so much suffering. It's like, yeah, well, the only reason why they're suffering is, you know, because we are learning some lessons. You know, there's some lessons to learn. But are you sure? Or you're just making excuses? Because you don't know why we're here. Because it doesn't make sense anymore, because you're not having fun, you're not enjoying your life. I think the point of any experience really is to enjoy. And if it was about learning, you would know that you would know what you're learning, right? Like, something is wrong with this realm, and it's not even funny anymore. You know, I do understand that we like to lie to ourselves. We like to, like, it gets to a point where we only feel better because of the lies that we tell ourselves, right? Like, the truth is so damn wicked that we must lie to ourselves to feel good, you know, to not go crazy. It sucks. I'm turning 32 next month. 10 years ago, I turned 22. The level of happiness that I was able to experience at 22, I can't experience it anymore. Right? I can't make myself experience that kind of happiness that I used to experience when I was 22. It sucks, because that makes me wonder how I'm going to be when I hit the age of 40. It's like there won't be a part of me that actually experiences happiness anymore. Like, I wonder how people who are in their 40s do it. You know, if you're in your 40s, like, how do you do it? How do you cope? How do you cope with the fact that life is not what you thought it was? Like, you're in your 40s, you're confused, you have questions that you don't have answers to. Everyone seems to be doing their own thing. No one is trying to connect with anyone anymore. We seem to hate one another as people. How do you cope with life feeling like there isn't much to look forward to, right? Because I think when we were kids, I think another thing that made us feel happy was that there was a lot to look forward to. You know, like a lot. Like, you don't know much about this world. So you're like, yeah, man, there's a lot that I can experience. And you want to learn, you know, you want to know new things. But as you get older, you feel like you've seen it all. You're like, what else is there? Like I told you guys that now people are bored, bro. Like, they want something. Like, tell us there's aliens. Tell us that the earth is flat. Tell us something. Tell us that there are reptilians that are living among us that can shape shift. And there's really few humans. There's more reptilians than there is humans. And this is their world. Tell us something. Tell us that Planet X, Planet Nibiru, is on its way. It's going to appear one day. It's going to be this big-ass planet with the Anunnakis. Like, tell us something. Because now people are bored. Like, what? Like, what's really there to look forward to? Other than the same shit. Same problems. You know, same old bullshit. Like, you know, relationship problems. People will be gossiping about one another. Family problems. You deal with your own feelings. Don't know how to control your own feelings. Like, there's too many problems that we have to deal with as conscious beings, and there isn't much to look forward to. There isn't much to be excited about. Like, we are so used to how life has been to us that there isn't much to look forward to. You're like, but it's the same shit. You know what I mean? Like, today was like yesterday. You see people, I mean, even if you meet different people, but it's still people. They don't do anything special. You know what I mean? Like, they do the same shit that other people be doing. You know, that guy is just sitting there, nothing special. That kid is running. Those two guys are just walking. So even if tomorrow I see different people doing the same thing that they're doing, it's still the same shit. So it's boring. It's no longer something that people appreciate. That's the thing. We are so used to this. You wake up, you go to the gym, fine. I mean, yes, working out does make you feel better, by the way, and I always encourage people to work out. But you're like, it's the same shit. Like, what keeps you going? What do you look forward to? It's really difficult being a human. Or being an animal. I think sometimes when I see a dog in someone's yard, I see a dog. A dog cannot get out. It's just standing there barking at everything that passes. I feel sad for a dog. You know, there's this video that almost made me cry. So this lady, she recorded a video of how her dog would reacts when she goes out. Like, she didn't live with anyone else. It was just her and a dog. So she's recording a video, opens the door and closes it, and then that dog just stood. It just sat down and waited for her. And she wrote in the caption that, wow, I can't even leave my dog behind after seeing this video. And you just feel sad for the dog. You're like, so that's its life? To just wait for this lady Come on, that suck. Hey, that's why dogs bite people, bro. They bite people because they want excitement. I don't think dogs be biting people really because of the reasons why we think they're biting people. Like they think you'll steal. Maybe that's not why. Maybe they just want some excitement in their lives. You're passing and they know they can chase you and bite you. They're bored. They're like, oh shit, let me chase. You think pit bull be biting? Be biting people because that, like, I think they just want excitement, bro. They want to experience something new. They're bored. It must suck being a dog, especially if you have to live in someone's yard and you're not allowed to go outside. So you're supposed to live in that yard. Of course you'd get bored. That's why dogs be barking all the time. Bears that people keep in cages, like I don't know, man, something about it. Like we're talking about an animal that can fly. The human decides that I'm just gonna keep you in a cage so that, I'm gonna use you as decoration. You're gonna make my room look beautiful because you're beautiful, and we don't see something wrong with that. So that bird is just there. There's nothing it can do. They can't even unalive themselves. Like there's nothing. It just has to wait for you to treat it however you want to treat it. There's something that I was telling you about when people talk about archons, talk about a demiurge, talk about demons, they talk about them as if they are more horrible than we are, right? Like if there's beings that are feeding off negative energy, they're more horrible than we are. But no, they're not. They're just like us. They rely on our energy for their survival. The same way that we rely on other conscious beings for our survival, and we exploit them. We don't care about their well-being. We don't care about their feelings. We don't care about their happiness. We care about our own happiness. That's how selfish we are. So why will the archons care about our happiness? And why should we look at them like that, like they're evil? Like no, like, if you are feeding off something else energy, and you feel like what's feeding off your energy is evil, you are more evil than you think. Like, what do I look forward to? I want to buy a car. But does that make it better? Like, I could think of moving to a new place. What does that make it better? There was a time when I wanted to, actually live in another country, like America. Like, yeah, maybe if I move to another country, if I'm able to, then yeah, maybe I'll feel better. But now, I think it's the same everywhere, bro. Like, what's gonna be so special about living in America? Okay, maybe I won't be so bored the first year, because I'll be going to maybe different places. I'll be meeting people that I haven't met before, people who speak languages that that I cannot speak, learn different languages, connect with people who don't really look like me, Because black Americans look different, right? Like they're black, but then they don't look like black Africans. White people, Chinese people, meeting different people, maybe, but I think it wouldn't take a long time for me to be bored. Like I'll get bored. Like within a year, I think I'll get bored. And I'll start feeling the way that I've always felt. So if the American government is hiding something from if it's hiding something from people, it's actually wrong to hide things from the citizens, because like that's why maybe people are bored. Like, you know what I mean? Like maybe if they were telling y'all everything, telling y'all about the UFOs, yeah, maybe you'd feel the way that you used to feel as a kid, because there will be something new, right? Something new, not the same things all the time. But like, yeah, where do those aliens can come from? How long have they been here? What can they do? Can we communicate with them? Can they help us? Can they make things better in our lives? Can they give us some technology that we can use? Can they free us? Can they teach us something new? But what's there to learn now? Like, it feels like we're just trapped in these prisons. Our own bodies, like these prisons, like we are limited. Very, very limited. Like you're stuck in your own body that need maintenance. You gotta eat, you gotta bath, live with yourself, deal with your own demons. You're very limited. You can't fly, you can't run that fast, you get tired, you need to sleep. Like, it sucks, man. I think I want to experience the kind of happiness that I used to experience when I was a kid. And I need to come to terms with that. I think as I get older, I get bored. And I don't look forward to things the way that I used to look forward to things. Even if we plan a trip, like I don't feel like, you even forget. I remember last time we were on a trip when my dad was still alive. I even forgot the date. Like, my dad paid for me. It was a family thing, really. So he also wanted me to go. So yeah, I forgot the date. Like he had to remind me. I was like, shit, how did I forget? It's because there's no excitement anymore. But when you were a kid, bro, like you wouldn't forget. Every time when you wake up in the morning, you're like, shit, on the 14th of July, yeah, I'm going to Mpumalanga. I'm going to a game reserve. I'm going to Cape Town. You know what I mean? Like, you wake up and you think about, like, it's the first thought that crosses your mind. But you get older, you're like, even if I was supposed to go to Cape Town tomorrow to go to the beach, like, I wouldn't feel shit. In fact, I wouldn't even want to go. Like, I'll be bored. Like, shit, I don't want to. sucks that, nothing makes people happy anymore. That's why we mistreat one another. But like, we gotta feel something. That's why some people are abusive in relationships. They're bored, they're miserable. They wanna feel something, so they feel something when they're abusive. Doesn't that suck? All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces. On a race, their daily races going on. People are coming from work now, tired. They couldn't wait to come back home. But what sucks is that most people don't have anything good to come home to. You just go home and be lonely. I find it kind of funny, I find it kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying, the question find it hard to tell you. I find it hard. Yeah, this buzz is fast. We're living in a mad world. It sucks that a lot of people are lonely. So they wake up in the morning, go to work, go back home, and they feel alone, even if they're married. I remember in the video that I published recently, I was talking about why I'm never getting married. Find that they're not happy at home. Find their wife, she's not happy. And if you're dating someone and they're not happy, they're not gonna treat you well. They'll be wishing that they were with someone else. And what sucks is that most people just compromise, But even if they got what they really wanted, it's still the same thing. They end up being bored. This song by T.I. I think it's called Castle Walls or something like that. It goes like, some people think that I have it all, but it's still empty, even behind this castle wall. It's like, he still has problems. He still feels empty, he still feels alone, he still feels insecure sometimes. It's like, it's the same shit, just a different level. Like, we deal with the same thing, but on a different level. The person who's poor deal with the same kind of emotions that everyone deals with. just are that poor, they're at the bottom. Person who's rich deals with the same emotions that everyone deals with, just that they're at the top, you know. Actually, I think, but yeah, there isn't much to be excited about, man. Even if you try to live in the moment, it's just you coping, basically. You living in the moment. You're just not stressing about a lot of things. That's why people prefer getting high. I've always found it funny, like why religions are against people like drinking, getting high. I've always found it funny because it's almost as if they just want people to be miserable, like just be bored. Like you mustn't, like you mustn't have fun. It's like how they punish people in prison. Like you're not. I think okay, they allow inmates to buy cigarettes, I think, but they don't allow them to buy alcohol. Like your freedom is way too limited. the point of it all is so that you suffer, and you won't suffer as much if you're drinking alcohol. I mean, if I was in jail and they allowed alcohol, I would just go back. I would just drink, bro. I would be like, it is what it is. Drink all the time. Drink myself to sleep. If I had money, of course, it'll suck if there's no money. But people have ways to get high, like in prison. People will be turning into scientists, figuring out new ways to get high. People be sniffing paint. Like they're so tired of reality that they want to feel something, trying to escape reality. Adults are not allowed to be this happy. See, these kids are having fun and they don't really want much. I think I saw mushrooms today, but it wasn't magic mushrooms, it was just mushrooms. I don't know what those ones are called, but let's see if they're still there. They are still here. I don't know what these ones are called. But yeah, being in this room does feel like doing time, man. Does feel like doing time. Yes, we do find different ways to cope, and you know, we do try to be creative, to be as creative as possible, trying to cope. But trust me, something is really off about this place. The fact that we know nothing, we get bored, we don't know what we're actually supposed to be doing. Like, people are just walking around doing whatever just to not go crazy, you know what I mean? It's like we're trying to run away from something. It's not easy being a conscious being in this realm. Thank you guys for watching until the end. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Thank you.